Good morning, guys. It is Jonathan with One Big Impact. I'm holding my hand like a fucking emoji. Like this. Okay, so first of all, welcome. If you're new here, please check us out on Facebook. Our group is called Healthy Living for a Healthy Life. And also, we have another group called World Travelers. So, this video is actually what to do when my weight loss stalls, or I'm trying to spare muscle, or am I at a plateau, or how long is a plateau? Understanding what the hell a plateau is. What do I do? What are some tactics that I can do? So first of all, blah, 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 blah. Do you see that? I'm wiping your memory. Blah, 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 blah. We have learned so much over time. And I'm going to start my car because it's going to get hot in here. Okay, so we have learned so many things over time, none of which have not built upon over time. So as we learn, we grow. And then as we grow, we learn more. So I've said things in the past that I've learned differently. Now, if you're low carb, if you're Atkins, if you're keto or whatever, sometimes you will hit a stage in which you plateau or your weight loss stalls or stops or something like that. So first of all, a couple things. There's three things that are really major factors when you're trying to lose weight. So first of all, your measurements, scale, and your body fat percentage. I recommend always tracking all three of those things. If you're not tracking all three of those things, you really don't know which way you're going. So first of all, if you're tracking your body fat percentage, you understand if you're losing muscle or if you're losing fat. That's how you go to one of these places. If you're local, I can do it for you. But you go to one of these places where they have like nutrition shops and stuff like that will have body fat percentage monitors. You can even do them at your local gym. They'll have like a handheld meter and stuff like that. There's different ways of doing it. The reason I say to do that is because you really want to make sure that you're not sacrificing too much muscle. Obviously, you're probably going to lose some as you lose weight because that's just how it works. Now, measurements as far as body fat, as far as measurements are concerned, are important because you may be becoming smaller, but you also might be staying at the same weight. Therefore, no real reason to panic. Okay, so a weight loss scale plateau does not mean that you're not making an even exchange for fat versus muscle, because you can become smaller, denser, hence having more muscle, rather than having to worry about actually losing fat. Because you're losing fat, you just don't see it on the scale. Okay, so, and the other one is obviously the scale, which you should see some movement no matter what. Now, let's talk about what you're doing as far as what approach are you taking. Are you, okay, so say for instance, we're talking about Jimmy. Jimmy is the guy that we don't know, okay, but he's the guy that's losing weight. Say he's at 200 pounds. Jimmy's trying to lose 200. Jimmy's at 200 pounds. He's trying to lose 20 pounds, and he gets to 10 pounds and stalls. Okay, his calories are 2,000 calories. He dropped it down to 1,900. He's doing exercise and stuff like that, and he's not really seeing the movement that he thinks he should be seeing. So here's what happens a lot of the times when, and I'm doing this low carb based because many of the followers here are low carb, Atkins, ketogenic, or anything like that, but they're all kind of taking a low carb approach for the most part. And that's the meal plans we're doing for the challenge. Yes, this is the challenge video. Please share. If you find yourself in Jimmy's situation to where you've cut your calories, you don't really want to go much lower, and you're putting yourself into a deficit as far as exercise is going, a lot of the times people make the very common, very critical, very crucial mistake of trying to go lower with calories, lower with, or more cardio, lower with. So if you're going lower with calories and you're going higher with cardio and exercise and stuff like that, you're really defeating the purpose. You're putting your body into panic. It already has no glycogen, okay? So it already has no preferred fuel source. Then you go a little bit further. Not only are you a fat burner now, but you are making your body panic by doing more exercise, and you're making your body starve by doing less calories. So by doing that, sometimes that works for some people, okay? And it works very well for different people. But if you go too low with your calories, your body's starving and it's going to start holding on. It's going to lower your metabolism. Your metabolic rate is just going to bottom the hell out. Like, you are literally built to survive. Your body says, I want this fat. My fat. I want my fat. I want to hold on to my fat because I love my fat and I don't want to let my fat go. Okay? Your body wants to hold on to its fat, so it does everything it can. So as you ramp up your exercise and you ramp down your calories, your body says, I can match that. I can match that. I'm going to require less calories to be able to function on a daily basis. So your body is matching what you're doing. So a lot of people will say, hey, I was seeing steady weight loss. I'm not sure what it's going on. So as long as you're checking those 3 things, because you don't want to panic and just start flipping out and trying all kinds of different things. You want to first make sure that you haven't moved on the scale, make sure that you haven't moved on body fat percentage, and make sure that you're not losing or gaining inches as far as like your clothes are fitting get better or whatever. So granted, all those things haven't changed for a few weeks or a week or 2 weeks or a month or something like that. If you've gone longer than, now granted, everybody's body is going to be a little bit different. If you're a slow loser, if you're a slow weight loser, generally speaking, then I would probably give it up to like 3 weeks, 2-3 weeks. If you're a fast loser and then all of a sudden it just crashed and stopped and you've gone like a week or 2 and you're not seeing anything, it's probably time to incorporate something. Okay, so I want to talk about a couple things, and I'm really trying to make this video fast, but I want to cover as much as possible. So the first thing that I want to cover is, what do you do? What do you do? What are some tactics? I want to cover like 2 or 3 top things that I feel are going to be most beneficial. Okay, so first of all, the first thing, dangerous, but extremely effective. So your glycogen depleted, your body starts eating its own muscle. Okay, just hypothetically, I'm just saying. So you don't want to do that. From a nutritionist standpoint, they will say that you want to refeed your body once every 7 or so days, maybe every 5 days, some are every 14 days. Just depends on the nutritionist that you talk to. The reason you want to do that is because it's muscle sparing, okay? You don't want to lose muscle, okay? You want to deplete your glycogen stores, work on burning fat, but then once you're slightly depleted or whatever, you might find yourself stalled out and your body doesn't want to lose anymore. So a lot of the times you will shock your body and you'll say, you know what, I'm going to eat 500 grams of carbs today. I'm going to bottom out my fat. I'm not going to eat any fat because I'm just going to slap my body into a carb burning machine all over again. It's going to shock my body. It's going to drop tons of leptin. It's going to spike your insulin. Everything's going to go crazy. It's going to reset your metabolism. You can do that for a day. You could do it for a meal. If you're not used to this type of thing and you're not conditioned, you're not working out all the time, you're not close to your goal, you haven't done this before, 1 meal should be probably plenty sufficient. Now, if you have a hard time with like staying on track or you want to eat some bad foods or something like that, you didn't hear this from me, but go eat a fucking meal that satisfies your cravings and be done. Okay, if you're not doing this all the time and you're not conditioned and you're not have a significant amount of muscle and you haven't gone down and up and down and up and down and up as far as like muscle building, cutting, bulking, doing all these things or whatever, and you really don't know your body yet, 1 meal is plenty sufficient. Go out there, smash a couple thousand calories or whatever you freaking want. Boom, snap back into it. Remember, for 3 days afterwards, you're probably going to go back into ketosis, so you're going to be low on energy. Your body's going to withdraw from those carbohydrates and everything like that, but that should get the fat burning process started again. The second thing, if you are a little bit more seasoned, you know how your body's working, probably not watching this video, but you could be, And that's okay. Then if that's the point and a meal doesn't kick you in, do a full day. Do 24 hours, you just eat whatever the hell. Make sure it's on a heavy lifting day or something like that, and then work from there. The other thing is, you could try like intermittent fasting. You could try an egg fast. You could try fasting for a few days. You could try a flush. You could, meaning just drink water for a few days or something like that. Obviously, if you're under a doctor's care, you really need to be careful. Now, here's the thing. Stop before you go. Stop it. Stop going to eat like shit. Okay, I'm not giving you a free-for-all to go eat like crap for a couple days. I want you to, if you can, stick to good complex carbohydrates. Complex carbs and simple carbs are two totally different things. Carbs are not all built the same, okay? Things like pizza. I just threw out pizza. Fuck. Things like pasta. Things like rice, potatoes, sweet potatoes. Things like grains like quinoa, oatmeal. Those are complex carbohydrates. They're slow burning carbohydrates. They're going to give you sustained energy throughout the day. If you can, stick to those. If you feel like you need just to fall apart, go eat your sugars, go eat it, whatever, that's fine. Try to keep it within reason. Don't go crazy. And remember, it may be hard to snap back later. So you have to really be strong, and you have to understand, especially if you have an unhealthy relationship with food, you're going to need to bounce back and really focus, really focus on understanding this is just a proverbial tool within your toolbox, okay? Use it as that, but also maybe use it as, hey, I'm going to create a little bit of balance in my life. Try to schedule them if you can. Schedule your cheat meals or your cheat days or your carb cycling or whatever. Try to really focus on staying within a good calorie range, carbohydrate range. Stay planned if possible. Say you got a big camping trip coming up and it's going to last a couple days and you haven't seen weight loss for a while. Okay, cool. Plan it for that. Eat whatever you want. Go eat s'mores, do whatever. And I'm not giving you an acceptance as a free-for-all. You have to understand, I'm telling you to create balance in your life, but also understand that you have to remember, stay strict, and don't just use this as an excuse saying, Jonathan said I can go eat s'mores, or I can go eat pizza, or I can go eat what? Can you? Yes. Should you stay on track and use this as a tool? Yes. If you're actually not losing weight and you're using this the right way, it can be really helpful. A couple other things that you're going to have to really pay attention on is, please understand that if you gained weight, losing weight can be somewhat of a learning process. You have to educate yourself. I'll put in the links in the description below. A couple books about exercise and different things, but they'll touch a little bit on carb cycling. They'll touch on macros. We'll make a video in the very near future that also helps understand a little bit more about macros. Please bear with me. I lost my laptop charger this weekend, so I'm making videos as I can. I apologize. Also, on Wednesday, I hope you liked this video, by the way. If you did, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel. And go check us out on Healthy Living for a Healthy Life on Facebook. It's our group. If you liked our video, please, and if you're in the challenge, please comment below what you think would work for you best. Are you on track? Are the things that you're implementing working? Do you feel like you could schedule a day? Do you feel like you could schedule a day maybe twice a month? Oh, also, side tip. If your body fat is really high percentage, be really careful about incorporating too many of these. Say, for instance, I wake up and I'm Jimmy at 200 pounds. I get down to 190, then I eat bad for, say, a day. I get back up to 200. I don't want to try to reincorporate these things until I'm back down sub 190. So do you understand? So when I get to like 188, if I stall again, or I get to 185 and I stall again for like a week or two or more, then I could try again. Okay, but if you start doing this so regularly, like once a week, and your body doesn't snap back below 190, don't do it. You have to give your body and itself time to go further, or else you're pretty much just defeating the purpose. So please keep that in mind, you guys. Be stronger than your excuses. Remember to spread love, not hate. I'll put those links of the books in the description below. Make this a very, very, very strict, surreal tool in your toolbox, but don't overuse it. You guys, I hope this video helped you. Have an awesome day.